know, you remember it. Last year's winter, nearly 40 inches of snow and bitter cold to Baltimore.
And now we're looking ahead to this winter. Meteorologist Mike Masco is here with his winter outlook.
Yeah, Kelly and Jamie, last year's winter set all sorts of records, not only here in Maryland, but across the world. Could last year's winter be a taste of something even bigger to come this year? Take a look.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
And boy, did it ever. 39 inches falling in Baltimore, while the county's seeing over 50 by March. Oh, and who could forget about this?
Polar vortex.
Polar vortex.
The polar vortex.
It's something we call a polar vortex.
Polar vortex. The polar vortex bringing the coldest air in decades to the U.S., making even news reporters do some wacky things.
Well, here's a hamburger and a steak. We left it out, and in about 15 minutes, frozen solid.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it's a classic. Listen to it.
Solid.
That same pattern last year just never left us as cool air marched across the country. Temperatures last summer rarely hitting 90 and never reaching 100 degrees. Last month saw record snows in Asia and Canada, making it the greatest snow observed in 45 years. Some believe this pattern's locked into place.
If you're in a pattern where you're getting snow, it's likelihood that persistence is going to kick in and you're going to keep getting snow.
Research says snow depth being above average supports a negative Arctic oscillation. This means bitter cold will once again pour into the U.S. just like last year.
Well, it is extremely cold outside.
I'm wearing long underwear. I feel like I'm going skiing, but I'm not. I'm going to work.
Even solar activity is being taken into consideration. Sunspot activity continues to remain very quiet, which supports a warmer stratosphere. This tells us the polar vortex will again be on the move south, bringing another round of historic cold air to the country. One big difference this year is the development of a weak El Nino. Historical records tell us this setup supports a stronger southern jet stream, creating the potential for not one, but several major East Coast snowstorms this year. So here's my prediction. The biggest struggle this year will be the harsh temperatures. While December will be slightly below average, January, February, and even March will all fall below to well below average. I expect over 4 nights this winter to dip below 0. As far as snow is concerned, gas up that snowblower. A typical winter in Baltimore features 20 inches of snow. My forecast this year, 28 to 35 inches.
All right, now that 28 to 35 inches, that's for BWI. I expect the entire state to be above average, achieve above average snowfall. There will be some lighter amounts across the eastern shore, and I think we're going to go probably 50, if not 50 more inches out towards the counties by the end of winter. Now, there are several wild cards that could alter this forecast greatly. The main takeaway is I have not found one signal that supports anything less than an average snowfall here in Baltimore and below average temperatures all throughout the winter. I went back to the 1960s, guys. I went to the 70s, the 80s. I have not found one year that supports anything less than 18 inches.
Okay.
Okay?
I used to like him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You know what? I would have said like one day in February we're going to have 90 degrees. You know, just go right
Just
way
go
out the
extreme.
limb. Yeah, one of those deals.
You know, maybe Wyatt has better news. Let's check in with him.
I got rain. We had some snow.